Good evening, Volta Banter fans, and welcome back to next episode of our betting and just general EPL podcast. Thanks again for tuning in, and we really do appreciate all the support out there. And we still encourage you guys to like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and to spread the word about our podcast and get the word out there. So we can get as many followers as possible, so we can start growing our little community. Within this year, I think that's our goal for 2022. But new week. I think we have to discuss with this video sort of top four for the EPL for the remainder of the season. I think we passed that busy city season with the festive Christmas and New Year now. It's been a lot of ups and downs, and I think we've got sort of let's say, indication of where top four is going. I think there's some surprise packages. Chelsea, I know that.
Arsenal. It is a surprise package.
No, of course.
I wasn't expecting it.
I mean, you've got Chelsea that are struggling, that are sort of being sucked into this top four race.
All of a sudden.
Yeah, you've got Arsenal that start off terribly, who are now top four contenders. You've got United, who, after the signing of Ronaldo, not only were we thinking we're top four, we were winning the league. But, that's obviously not going according to plan. So I think that's just the basis of this discussion with the guys. We're just going to go through sort of what we feel top four will be, who we feel is going to finish in top four towards the end of the season. I know it's a difficult one to call in January, but I think we've got some sort of indication. But as I said, there's some surprise packages. But I mean, what's your view? I mean, so far up to now.
Yeah, so it's like you said, but it's unpredictable. The Premier League is always unpredictable. We thought it would be City, Liverpool, Chelsea, United. Everyone said that's top four done. But as the Premier League always does, delivers
big surprises.
A couple of surprises, and per se.
And then you've got West Ham as well.
Arsenal, West Ham, Spurs have got 4 games in hand.
Yeah, that's
United shocking again.
Yeah.
Another week, another shocking statement from me.
Exactly. Like you said, it's open, and I think the biggest thing that will, or the biggest factor that will play a part is the catch-up games because of this COVID. We don't know when these catch-up games will be played.
It's like a PSL.
It's crazy.
And when they come in, and obviously when the catch-up games come into play, is, let's say for instance United, hopefully are we going to be informed then? Are we going to capitalise?
100%. And are you going to have Champions League?
It could be a bad time, like it could be between Champions League.
It's a real span in the works. I mean, I think especially talking from our side, from a United point of view, where top four, that has to be the goal face. It can't be any less than that. I mean, we've changed a lot.
That's the bare minimum.
No, you can't. I mean,
to be serious, it's the bare minimum.
With the team we have on paper, not to finish top four.
Let's just say you don't finish top four. But let's just put ourselves in that scenario. What do you think will happen? There'll be big, obviously big problems.
I don't think there'll be many changes because Wolves come into a team that's obviously in disarray. So I think what will happen is the new manager will come in, and I think next year will
be a rebuild.
You'll probably be a complete rebuild again, which is a bit disencouraging because it's been like 7 years of a rebuild now.
Exactly, it's like Arsenal. Same thing with us.
But I mean, when we've heard those comments, the likes of there being some sort of riff-raff in the change room, the likes of the Luke Shaws, the Harry Maguires causing some unrest in the change room.
That's been coming up on my Twitter feed, and I'm not even a United fan, so it's been going a bit viral.
So how do you? I mean, that's your captain, that's your club captain there, Maguire, who's causing some unrest in the change room, which is not good. You got to let's call a spade a spade. Ronaldo is the GOAT. I don't care what anyone says. My opinion, he is the GOAT. It's always the Messi Ronaldo discussion. Now you got a Ronaldo coming to a change room who's not wearing the captain's armband. In my opinion, he should be leading the youngsters in the change room.
And then we say, like, does Maguire demand that respect?
Of course, I'm sure he does.
How, bro? Like, he's in the change room and now it's Ronaldo there sitting there.
That's probably why that's my opinion, why there's probably that unrest. I'm club captain, yeah. Fine, you Ronaldo. I respect you for what you've done. But this wasn't. Let's say maybe this is my club. Don't come and act like you're going to make your changes and
wasn't
who you are.
Ronaldo do an interview on Sky?
He did.
And what did he have to say?
Well, he said the mentality is not quite right, apparently. He wasn't happy with the youngsters. Apparently, they weren't too keen to learn from him.
Exactly, and this is what you also saying now.
He said that when he was a lot, he had like Rocky
You have
and
to have an
Ryan
open
Giggs,
mind.
Skulls.
Yes.
and they used to like swear him, sib him, and he used to listen.
What would you yourself, as a young footballer, 19, 20 years old, let's say, for
first
Mason Greenwood, you've got Ronaldo coming into your team now. I would be polishing his boots,
Yeah.
making sure I'm there before training, before Ronaldo, speaking to him, getting into his mind. You know, what were you doing at my age? You know, how did you
eat? What did
exactly,
you do? What
What
do
were
you
your
train?
training methods?
What
How
time did you wake up?
Correct. So for him to say that there's no, wow, that's
The ideal
arrogance.
model,
arrogant.
it's the football model.
Obviously, he's arrogant. These
Correct.
youngsters of this day and age.
And what was the discussion we had sort of off camera was about the wage bill. So we were discussing sort of wage bills of all the
That's
teams.
scary.
So we looked at United's wage bill. Obviously, we carry a massive wage bill. And maybe that's a fact. I mean, you 19, 20, you're earning 80, 90, 100,000 pounds a week. Okay, fine.
Some are earning
fine.
350.
Yeah, I mean, okay, yeah. Jadon Sancho. So,
Name it.
I almost fell off my chair when I saw this list, guys. I
Name
almost
and
fell off
shame
my
it.
chair. You can ask Jared what I was doing. I was shocked.
Saka's earning £5,000 a week. Coming straight to United, we're signing him. But I mean, okay, going back to the discussion, we're not going to sit here again. I know
Yeah,
we're always
it's
pondering
always
United,
United.
but it's just, I mean, we're just talking about that whole of having that leadership. Ronaldo coming into your team, you're a youngster, you're 18, you're 19. This is something, you know, what were you doing at 19? What training method? What were you eating? I mean, what was your mentality?
It
What
begs the
was your
question. It begs the question. What the fuck is going on there? That Ronaldo has to come out and say this.
Also, heavy,
It must be shocking
Passports, done one with
at the
Lukaku.
training ground. Like Ronaldo's telling him, you guys need to stay after training to work a bit harder. And they're like, oh no, we're going home. Obviously, something like that is happening for Ronaldo to come out and say the training mechanism or
Well, I
the
can tell
mentality
you
is
who's the
not correct.
first. I can tell you who's last at training and who's first to leave. He's that big stabhead, and that's your captain. So now that's your boss basically. That's your boss leaving the pitch. If your boss goes home early, you're gonna go home early. Am I right or
Obviously.
wrong? If your
Flathead and Shaw.
if your
The
boss,
first one's
Yeah.
in and out.
Yeah.
The last one in, first one out.
yes, I can say it. Luke Shaw's an overweight human being for a left wing back. But again, it's that mentality. Fine. And I don't care what anyone say about Ronaldo. Yes, he's past his. Some of you saying he's past his sell by date. Well, I can tell you now. For what old is he? 35, 36. He looks younger than Mitchell.
No, man.
But anyway,
Sure.
I mean, we're gonna close that topic. We don't want to sit too long on United. I mean, fine. Seb, I think.
Don't argue with that, really. It's a compliment.
Well, geez, I hope he's earning millions a week. I'm sure he's got a few plastic surgeries and a few Botoxes.
But I think maybe that goes back to that. Maybe just to close the discussion.
Couple bad doors.
I'm going to start with Mitchell. Do you see United finishing in top 4?
Because
And,
a lot.
this is talking with your head, not chart.
No,
I'm
no,
putting
no.
Arsenal into the
I'll put
play
my
now.
head.
So
I'll
this
put my
is.
head into
So,
it.
so maybe not about United, like who do you think will finish in the top 4?
To answer Jerry's question, United's got to change a lot in order for them to finish top 4, in my opinion. They've got to change their whole manner, their whole ways. If that's going to happen, I don't know. So it's a bit of a doubt for me if you will finish top 4. That's just me.
Do we have the quality to finish top 4?
Yes, you do, obviously. We know this. But it's football's a game of 11 players playing together as one. Whether you can do that and change and attitude, it's up to you guys. You have all the ability to. I don't know. So I've got my doubts with that. My top 4, I think Chelsea will get sucked into it. I think they're going to battle from what I've
I
been
said
seeing.
in one of our first few videos that Chelsea's getting sucked into this battle.
So I think Liverpool always harbour about 10 points clear of the 4th place position and then 10 points off City. They'll be in that. They'll be by themselves at
As soon as
second.
Mo and Sadio come back, it's
Yes.
going to be,
We all know City's won the league, by the way. Liverpool
in case you,
didn't know.
a little bit of hope. I know you had a little bit of hope.
Yeah, that's
Maybe you
done.
thought there was a miracle that somehow you're going to win the league. But you're not win the league, Liverpool.
We'll give you second.
You can take second.
You'll finish second. Third. At this stage, could be a toss-up because Arsenal's got 3 games in hand. If we win those 3 games in hand, we level 1 point with Chelsea. That being said, we still got to play Chelsea. It's still big games. Everyone's got to play each other. It's catch-up games. I would like to throw a spanner saying maybe Arsenal can finish 3rd. Why are you laughing?
But why is it that the top 4 race is more interesting than the title race? Like every season.
It's always sick because it's so
Because of
far.
fucking Man City, but Man City for the past few years have dominated.
100%.
Aside from the years Liverpool that Liverpool won the
And we
league.
always say the EPL's tough and City just dominated. Apart from Liverpool.
They always, like, come
being
December
there.
time, it's like,
They've won that unbeaten run that we always say.
And they get those wins, they get the wins.
But anyway, so yeah, it will be, this is my prediction. City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, I think United will finish 5th and Spurs will finish 6th.
thank you.
West Ham will finish 7th.
Okay, so that's your opinion, that's it. And all the rest are Arsenal for chasing third place. your top 4 prediction?
Well, obviously I'm a little bit biased, but we're on a barren run, and I think we're recording tonight when we're playing Brighton and
Brentford.
Brentford. But I do think we're going to get the 3 points tonight, hopefully, and I'm hopeful that United finish 4th, but hopeful, not optimistic.
And your third?
So I'd say City will win the league. Liverpool 2nd, that's quite obvious. 3rd, I think Chelsea will scrape it. It'll be close. Chelsea will scrape it. The fourth place is going to be the most interesting.
Look, that being said, we can't discount Spurs. You know, we
They
haven't
have 4
given
games in
them
hand.
a mention. They've got a lot of games in hand. They've got Antonio Conte. I just think where they're going to fall short is the Son Kane factor. I know Kane likes to get injured, and I know Son's injured as we speak. I think without Son, Spurs is a different side.
Do you think Spurs will make any signings in this window?
I don't think so. I don't think anything major.
I don't think any of the contenders for top 4 aren't making any signings notable. So I think hypothetically United will finish 4th. In my opinion, it will be City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester United, Spurs,
And then us.
West Ham, Arsenal.
Okay.
Arsenal
Then it's top 4.
7th Arsenal.
Yeah.
And
You
you?
say City at a canter, we know that. Liverpool 2nd. I do think Chelsea will finish 3rd. Again, thinking with my heart here and being biased, United to finish 4th. I do think Spurs will finish 5th.
Oh no.
Arsenal 6th and West Ham 7th.
And 5th,
We 7.
You said you 7th. So I went City, Liverpool, Chelsea, United.
Yes. West Ham and Arsenal.
No, I said Spurs. Spurs 5th. Spurs, Arsenal.
Oh, West Ham 7.
and Arsenal 8th.
Maybe I got it.
Oh, wait, no.
You're confusing me, eh? United are finished top 4. That's all I'm saying.
That's what we said, yeah.
United are finishing in top 4. It will be a tough look. I mean, it's anyone's game. I think between Arsenal, Tottenham, and United, that's going to be the fight. And those games where we play Arsenal, we play Tottenham, those are going to be the deciders. Yes, these catch-up games are important.
Very important.
I think yes, Tottenham are coming to form now. You guys are coming to form. United's form is like a.
I think-
really, it's like a downer wheel.
I think with us, it's hard to say. I think our last Premier League game, we played City, we lost, and then we played. That's our last Premier League game. Can you believe it?
But do you not have
1st of January.
But do you not have academy players that can maybe play football?
We played Nottingham Forest. We lost out the FA Cup.
But they were too bound to play Spurs.
Yeah, but we don't have players.
No, but you got academy players. I mean, surely this COVID postponement rule has to change for the Premier League. It has to change. You can't just keep
I agree with
postponing
you.
matches.
Look, I don't
It's
know.
Yeah, they
pathetic.
must be. Arsenal took full advantage. I'm not saying Arsenal had 20 players that had COVID. I think we had like only 2, but we manipulated the rules there a bit, and we managed to get a game called off. But it was running within the rules.
Great to have an honest Gunners fan. It's very rare to see them. Thank you.
But it is what it is. We'll take it and move.
Yeah, I think, like as we touched on, it's going to be very close. The top 4 race is going to be to the wire, I believe.
Last day of the season.
I think United's going to find a run of form eventually, like 5 wins in a row, top of 5. It's going to be very tough.
So let's see what
Between
happens.
United, Arsenal, Spurs, I think it's going to be very close.
I can agree.
So I think as Seb said, we obviously recording. United play Brentford away this evening. We're hoping for the 3 points as United fans. And then we then move on to the next game. I think there's another game tomorrow evening, if I'm not mistaken. There is another game tomorrow. Spurs play Leicester, isn't it?
Tonight.
Tonight, sorry.
And then EFL Cup tomorrow.
Yes, you play Liverpool. Okay, so there's some nice football to look forward to, and I think we're all hopeful that our teams are going to finish on a high in these next sort of few months. A lot of football to be played. Again, the likes of the Liverpool boys, Salah and Mane, are still in AFCON. I can tell you now, they're going all the way to the final. You're going to see Salah and Mane. Hopefully there's a nice quarantine when they get back. Nice 2-week quarantine back in England. And then there's obviously Champions League,
2-3 week quarantine.
Europa, Conference League. Is there any teams in the Conference League? Is Leicester?
No.
No one. Top
Spurs
one.
were the only side.
Okay,
Spurs
so
the only team with
But
popular.
we've got a lot of content coming, guys, and I promise you we can only get bigger and better, and we are going to get bigger and better.
Only with you.
yeah.
So if you haven't liked, please like the video. Please subscribe. I said live.
And again, we've said it before, I'll say it again. I mean, this is an open forum. We have to feed you exciting content, and we have to talk shit again. And what we would normally do around a table at a bar, at a bar, at someone's house, we're doing that now. And if you've got any comments, if you feel there's something that we should touch on for our next episode, please feel free to
But like,
put that in the
who
comments.
do they think? Who do you think is going to finish the top 4?
Let's give you
Let
a
us
top
know.
4 predictions. I mean, we're open to that. We've given you ours. Please give us yours. The comments are open. Your top 4 predictions and any comments of what we've had, obviously, during this discussion.
Just give us your comments, and we'll
Don't
give
be
you
scared.
The next video, we'll give you a shout out next week.
Yeah.
Your comments, we'll pick maybe 1 or 2 of them, and we'll give
We'll
you a shout
discuss
out.
it, we'll discuss it sort of maybe like completely different to what we're saying. Maybe there's a Liverpool fan out there that really thinks Liverpool are going to win the league this year. And we'll discuss it in our next episode.
I'm sure
But,
there are a few of those.
I know they are.
but as Mitchell said, we really are going to be changing up our content and feeding sort of new stuff with you. We're going to be shortening our videos. I know that when the video is a bit too long, it's a little time consuming. But guys, there's just so much to talk about. I'm sure you know. When you're sitting around with your mates at a bar, at a jaw, wherever you are, you can sit and talk football for 2-3 hours before you know it.
It's
you lose
unbelievable,
time.
and like this year's a World Cup year. Like,
No, exactly. I didn't think about that.
World Cup's coming in like
No, we've
7,
got
8
so
months.
much to talk about, and I can't wait.
So there's a lot to talk about. And,
World Cup winner, Mitch, off the bat.
Spain.
Boom.
Portugal.
Argentina. Boom. Thank you.
Alright, so thanks for tuning into this episode. We're just discussing top 4. We hope we spoke some sense. Comments are open, like and subscribe, and continue watching, continue supporting, and we appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Have a good evening, and good luck to United. Cheers, guys.
Ciao.